Good morning, everybody. Sanjeev, thanks for that kind words. You've been a phenomenal inspiration, a friend, and a guide along this journey. So, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. This is really a privilege for me to be on this talk amidst all of you. Also, the fact that I'm also proud to share the name of the great man. At least the first name of the great man, and hope that I can at least be a small speck of dust on his feet. So very inspired by the mission that you're on, and very inspired by the whole aspect of how do you really look at the world with a lens of abundance and oneness. And for me, that's a very critical purpose of my life. So thank you for having me here. And I'm sure as we speak, this will trigger a bunch of conversations and ideas that we can all figure out how we can work together. So, 15-20 minutes, I've just put together a brief presentation that I wanted to share on my experiences the last 10 years, especially looking at Bharat at a holistic level, right? What have been my reflections and lessons of working with youngsters and young people in Bharat, and what is the framework, which of course includes technology, what is the framework that I see, which can truly make a difference to our lives of citizens in Bharat. So that's the presentation. I've put together a few slides. I'll walk you through that. Let me just share my screen. Okay, can you give me access to share the screen?
Yes, I'll just do that. Yeah, I think I can just try that again.
Yes. Yeah. So over the last 10 years, I've actually coined the term for this model, and I call it Rubanomics. And through the slide, I'll explain what I mean by Rubanomics. Over the last, again, in my work in rural areas, I found 4 themes which really, if you put it together, is what I call as Rubanomics. The first one of it is what I call the Akanksha, or the aspirations. Every young person I've met, whether it is the son or a daughter of a daily wage laborer, a farmer, everyone have aspirations in their heart. Everyone believes that they can achieve something very much bigger. This video will show the kind of aspirations what we hear.
Teacher,
auditor,
contractor, businessman.
Yeah. Was the audio available?
Yes. Yeah.
Teacher,
auditor,
contractor, businessman.
So it's very interesting that these are all young people from different parts of Karnataka, and you hear various aspirations coming in as businessmen, police officer, chartered accountant, so on and so forth. So and this is consistent across. Every time I meet young people and ask them, what do you want to be? After they let go of their fears of talking to strangers, they always end up saying something which is very, very powerful, right? How do we recognize the aspirations of young people, and how do we really give wings to those aspirations, is the first aspect of Rubanomics. The second aspect, which is kind of really changed my life, is what I believe is the Atmavishwas that exists in our young people, is how there is infinite potential in every human being. My journey on the social space itself started about 15 years ago. when I became a part of a very interesting initiative to set up a rural BPO in Karnataka. And one of the questions that we asked was, okay, where will we find the talent for the rural BPO? Who can help us? Where will we find people who will work in a village, but on a computer and being able to do back office processing? Obviously, you can't get a city person to come and live in a village. And it's very hard to train a village youth to be on the BPOs. But we took that up as a challenge, and we took it as an additional challenge where we said, what if we took the most unemployable person on the face of this earth? Somebody who's never been to school, never had a pencil in their lives. Is it possible to transform such an individual to become an English-speaking, computer-literate knowledge professional? Was a challenge that we took up. And what we saw happen was unbelievable, because when we went around the villages, we met a lot of people who met that criteria, but they didn't know what to do. So when we finally went and said, come, we will teach you English, math, computer skills, etc. We never even understood, they never understood how it's possible. This is one of the people, his name is Ramesh. He comes from a village near Raichur in North Karnataka, village called Kotigudda. Ramesh has never been to school, never held a pencil in life, comes with a family of 10 people, 10 brothers, sisters. All of them are illiterate. And the entire family earns about 3,000 rupees a month. This is Ramesh on the first day of our training program. It took us 3 hours to get him in front of this video camera in 2008. So he's speaking in Kannada. He is not even able to read, write Kannada. And he's, for some of us who understand Kannada, all he's saying is the names of his brothers and sisters. That was Ramesh 15 years ago. So we took 8 youth like Ramesh, put them up brought them to Bangalore, put them up in a house, hired a BPO trainer and said, come, let us teach them English and math and computer skills and so on and so forth. The BPO trainer vanishes during lunchtime. He says, I mean, how do I even teach people like this? They don't even know, they can't even read, forget English in their own language. So my friends actually started living with them, and we defined a curriculum on the fly. I was traveling extensively during that period, but once I came back and met them, my life changed forever, because this was the transformation that we saw. This is the same Ramesh after 7 months.
I'm Ramesh from Raichur. When I was in my village, I did not know how to write even my name in Kannada. In my village, I always wore dhoti. I never traveled on the bus. I did not know what's the time and what's the watch. I knew only 2 things: go to farm at sunrise, came back home at sunset. I had never visited a city. I did not know about city life. When I first came to Bangalore, I could not speak to anyone. And I also scared to touch a computer. When I started to learn in English, I was so scared because I did not know how to write ABCD. After these 7 months, I can type minimum at 40 words per minute. A month ago, I went to my village for my brother's wedding. My mother told me, please sir, come and have a seat. She did not recognize me. She asked, who are you? I told her, I am Ramesh, your son. As she didn't believe. Then I showed my ID card on which earlier photo was there. She looked at the photo for a while and hugged. And after every moment she cried with the tears of happiness. I never can forget that experience. Thank you.
This shook me to the core, because what I realized was how wrong we are about employability skills, how wrong we are about tagging people as, with potential, without potential. What I also realized, and all 8 of them transformed like this, we have done about 20,000 youth through this foundation that we have set up now called Head Held High Foundation, which we set up 10 years ago. And Head Held High Foundation now operates in about 100 districts, 22 states. In every young person, we have seen this transformation happen. And it's just not a training program, because training is a two-way street. You get trained, you don't practice, you forget, you come back to the same state. We call this as a transformation program because a Ramesh after can never become Ramesh before again, right? So you can see his journey. In 2011, we won the CNN Real Heroes Award for this, and Ramesh was there to receive this award. You can see how he flowered. By the way, soon after this training program, in the 9th month, he started working in a rural BPO, doing insurance claims processing. He was able to meet the metrics of a Mumbai office in less than 3 months. And he was earning about 15,000 rupees a month, which was 5 times his family income per month. And this is the same Ramesh after 4 years.
Ramesh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 4 years ago, I had never thought of getting out of my village. Today, I am on national TV. I'm very happy to be here with all of you. 4 years ago, I didn't know how to write my name in any language. Today, I'm working in a BPO company as a team leader. My dream is to give an opportunity to all the villagers like me.
In fact, interesting that 2015, 4 years after this, he said, why am I wasting my time in Bangalore? Yes, I'm earning 15, 20,000 rupees, but it's not giving me joy. So 3, 4 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, he went back to his village. He had a small land. He started farming, but then he started going to schools and colleges and sharing his journey. And the schools, colleges used to pay him some 500,000 rupees. So today he is North Karnataka's most sought after motivational speaker. He has addressed over 6 lakh students, sharing his journey to say, if I can achieve it, imagine what you can do, right? This story of not just that I need to fend for myself, but I need to do something for the community is again a very, very strong theme we see coming up in everywhere. And as I said, we've had several things. In fact, as Sanjeev was saying, it is our honor in the last 3 years, the entire incoming batch of civil servants, IAS, IRS, IPS, everybody, we are the first day, first show for their entire foundation course. I take 2 of our young people who have been through journeys like this, and we actually talk about how important it is to recognize potential in people. This is just a small clip. I mean, from the pride that they have.
राजेश जी ने
Okay, this
जिस
is we were
संस्था
also
की स्थापना
featured
की
on
उसका नाम है
आज की रात is
हेड हेल्ड हाई और
That is
इस
Ramesh
संस्था
and
से
Meghraj
सीखे हुए
and
कुछ
Sanjana who are
स्टूडेंट्स
my
यहाँ पर
colleagues.
हमारे पास हैं
मिस्टर मेघराज मंत्री आउट हियर जोरदार तालियां फॉर मिस्टर मेघराज मंत्री
Before joining Head Held I was a grazing buffalo in the village and working in a farm and not knowing anything. Even I don't know how to write my name in any language. I never tie a watch. I never know what is a watch and time. I only know 2 things, sunrise and sunset. Going in the morning, coming in the evening.
आश्चर्य की बात है देवी और सज्जनों बिल्कुल आश्चर्य की बात है भैंस चराया करते थे और इनको सिवाय सूर्य उदय और सूर्य अस्त के अलावा और कुछ आता नहीं था.
So that is the, Meghraj is one of our faculty now at Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy. And you can see the standing ovation of the incoming IAS officers when they are welcomed onto the stage. So that's the power of potential that I wanted to share, saying every person, Professor Mohammad Yunus says it beautifully. He says a lot of us die without knowing what treasures lie within, right? How do we really unleash the potential of young people is the second lesson. The third is that there is, I call it as antarprerana, and I very much would like to believe that the word entrepreneur has been derived from antarprerana, which is all about inner motivation. The third angle of Rubanomics is how do you then create economic opportunities for them at their own villages? We've seen a lot of our young people migrating, coming to Bangalore or a Hyderabad or a Bombay or a Delhi, struggling to make both ends meet at 10 or 12,000 rupees salaries, not earning enough, and then living lives which are worse than what they live back in the villages, and then going back after 5-6 months saying, "Hum pe nahi ho raha hai." So the question that always plagued me is how do you then create opportunities back in their villages? And that was what was the genesis of One Bridge, which I'll come to in a bit. That if we can create entrepreneurs on a digital platform, and we can create opportunities where they can serve their villages. Then they don't have to migrate. So this is the story of a young person called Abhishek who runs a small tea shop in a 5,000 population village near Mandya called Kilara. And the energy that he has, the thought process he has, would put any unicorn founder to shame, but he has no opportunities. So we started by giving him a small app and saying, apart from selling tea, what can you sell? He says, I can sell anything. In the last 3 years, Abhishek has sold over 50 televisions, 20 two-wheelers, 4 tractors, and so many mobile phones to his village consumers on our app. And he has actually become an assisted commerce advisor to the village. Not only that, he said, why are our young women sitting at home and not doing anything? He got all of them together, trained them on internet, trained them on how to use Google. We actually participated in a program with Google called Google Sathi. All of these women entrepreneurs went out and trained 100 other women on how to use internet to improve their lives and lifestyles. And that is the entrepreneurial energy that we see happening everywhere today. OneBridge is present in about 20,000 villages. We have 20,000 youth like Abhishek, local Kirana store owners, women entrepreneurs who are on our technology platform. I'll come to the technology platform in a bit, and who are able to generate an income for themselves by being an advisor to their villages. And we do mobile recharges, bill payments. We are now providing health insurance, healthcare services. Eventually, we'll take education. And of course, we do a lot of products into the villages. Today, as I mentioned, OneBridge is also one of the largest last mile delivery companies for the likes of Amazon, Reliance, etc. So I see these youth as bridging the gap between rural and urban. And especially now with the open network for digital commerce, ONDC coming up, the opportunities are immense. Right? The last part, last A of the Rubanomics framework after Akanksha, Atmavishwas, Antarprerna is Antarjala or the internet. And how do you really leverage the power of technology to make a difference? Well, we built an app. In fact, Abhishek was the one who gave me the idea. I had got him to a mall in Bangalore for the first time. And every 1 hour, he'll come and ask, why can't there be a mall in my village? And I used to laugh at him saying, boss, who will put a mall in your village, right? It won't make any sense. 5,000 लोगों के लिए mall डालना, economically workout नहीं होता है. But that's when he said, आप technology लोग हो, कुछ करो. And that's when the thought came that what if we started to bring technology in a very interesting way to the village, rather than taking village to the technology. And that was the origin of the world's first ever metaverse for rural consumers. Last year, we launched this in Mandya as the world's first metaverse for consumers in rural. To explain what happens here. So essentially, we worked with a EV showroom, a two-wheeler electric vehicle, and built a complete showroom in the metaverse. This is another of our entrepreneur shop in a place called Kathanalli, which again a 10,000 population village near Mandya. We gave them Oculus Quest 2 headsets, which is a metaverse device. We had about 5 devices. Consumers used to come in. Our entrepreneur here that you see explained how to use it. And they put on this headset and they entered the magical world of the metaverse and actually experienced an electric vehicle showroom inside the metaverse where they could interact with the sales guy in the metaverse in the avatar. So this is the kind of a showroom. Of course, this is an older version. We've done a lot more after this. But you can see how people are able to move around, see an EV showroom, interact with the salesperson. We now have a much improved EV showroom inside the metaverse. And you'll see all of you are seeing, I mean, the people are moving around there. They are able to go closer to a two-wheeler, understand the benefits of an EV, so on and so forth, right? And we had a salesperson from a showroom in Bangalore enter this metaverse through a avatar from his laptop, and they're able to interact with the sales guys in real time, right? Our first experience and test that we did was with a 60-year-old farmer who had never even visited, who had never even downloaded, he didn't have a smartphone. So we thought that if this farmer can engage in the metaverse, anybody else can. And you can please engage. So he is actually asking questions to the sales guy inside the metaverse.
ಈಗ 150 140 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಬರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಸರ್ ಬೇಕಾ ಯಾವುದು ಸರ್ ಬ್ಲೂನಾ?
So he's actually able to say, look at the blue scooter, look at the green scooter. So when we went to take this out from him and saying how comfortable are you, he said, hey, go away, I'm enjoying it, don't disturb me, right? So what we have learned is that if we don't think incremental, a lot of people have asked, why are you doing metaverse in a village when it's not happened in a Bangalore or a Delhi? And I say, why should it always go from a Bangalore or a Delhi to a village? Why can't it come the other way around, right? We then actually brought actual bikes for a test drive after they have seen it and said, I'm interested. In the last 5-6 months, we've done over 10,000 consumers who have experienced the metaverse. And this is the first commercial installation of a metaverse anywhere in the world. We've got about 1,000 test drives done and about 50 to 60 bikes sold, right? This shows the potential of how we can leverage technology to actually create a distribution network and bring the best of products and services to their doorsteps, right? And this is one example of how we can do this. I'll just end about a couple of years ago, HP had done an interesting story on us. And I think this captures our journey on what we're attempting to do. I'll just play that 1-minute clip.
The hinterlands of India consists of around 650,000 villages and 850 million people. I started One Bridge in 2016 to bridge the rural-urban divide and empower young people to become entrepreneurs and change makers. The youth of India are so full of optimism and have a go-getter spirit. Many of them have very little work experience. It doesn't take much to get them going. A few weeks of orientation and they're transformed into tech gurus, helping their village communities use e-commerce for the very first time.
ನಾನು ನಿರುದ್ಯೋಗಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಈ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಯನ್ನು ಬಳಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಈಗ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
Since having this idea, I've been unstoppable, working all hours of the day to bring this dream to life. And this project has proved to me that when you give capable young people the right opportunity and reliable technology, they are unstoppable too.
So that's a quick snapshot. As Sanjeev indicated, we were proud to be mentioned by the Honorable Prime Minister in his Mann Ki Baat address last year. And this is what he said.
हमारे यहाँ मदन पड़ाकी जैसे लोग भी हैं जिन्होंने रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को बढ़ावा देने के लिए 2014 में वन ब्रिज नाम का प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया था। आज वन ब्रिज दक्षिण और पूर्वी भारत के 75 से अधिक जिलों में मौजूद है। इससे जुड़े 9,000 से अधिक रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योर्स ग्रामीण उपभोक्ताओं को अपनी सेवाएं उपलब्ध करा रहे हैं।
So the overall concept that we are saying is you take unlimited potential, entrepreneurial spirit, rising aspirations, and technology. And if you add all of them, you actually create a new rural that starts to mirror the growth of urban in all the right ways. And that we call as Rubans. And therefore, the economic model that we are thinking of, we have actually coined a term called Rubanomics. And if you can construct a new India or a new Bharat, based on recognizing the power of young people, the power of technology, the power of entrepreneurship. Sanjeev calls it beautifully as democratization of entrepreneurship. I run a non-profit also called GAME. It's called the Global Alliance for Mass Entrepreneurship, which is all about how do you really create an entrepreneurial opportunity for every person and create a vibrant MSME sector in our country. I think this to me is when the Atmanirbhar Bharat can be constructed by bringing all these elements together. Thank you for your patient listening. I'll end my presentation as of now, and happy to take any comments, questions, thoughts, and hear your feedback as well. Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
doing
Thank
a
you.
phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madanji. Thank you so much. I request all of our members. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. We can go one by one. We can raise our hand.
I'm just saying first to. Yeah, no, I want everybody to just clap for Madanji on this. Thank you so much, Madanji. Yeah. Yeah. Madanji, you can moderate the.
Yeah, so go ahead, Niyaji. I think you wanted to.
Madanji, thank you so much. This is a very new concept, and even though it's not new concept in India, you have made it a dream for everyone. You're doing an amazing job, and we as we are also working for an NGO. We would also like to do something in this field as well. But if others can say, this is an amazing thing, like really motivational.
Thank you so much.
My kid will be there with me.
Agree.
Thank you. नहीं बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं.
बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं. और आपने जिस हिसाब से मोटिवेट मतलब ये कैसे आपने एक छोटा सा थिंक को लेकर इतना बड़ा उसको एक फिनोमिनल चीज कर दिया है लाइफ में. दिस इज रियली नाइस. अमेजिंग.
थैंक यू सो मच.
अमेजिंग. सीरियसली मतलब अरुण भी वही सुन रहे थे और हम लोग भी सोचे कि ऐसा भी कुछ हो सकता है. और आपने इतना सारा एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट किया है, इतना जो इंडिया में अभी सबसे ज्यादा नीडेड है. इंडिया में सिर्फ और सिर्फ लोग बोलते हैं कि अरे ये चीज नहीं है, वो चीज नहीं है. आपने हर चीज को हटा के आपने उसको एक अलग डायरेक्शन में ले जाके गांव के लोगों को समझ के जो हमारा रूट है उसको समझ के आपने जो ये काम किया है वो बहुत ही ज्यादा. वो तो आप मतलब आप तो जी बहुत ही ज्यादा.
Very nice. Yeah, no, fully +1, Niyaji. We're all, our minds are blown.
Seriously, एकदम minds are blown. क्या ऐसा भी कुछ. और थैंक यू मतलब जिसने भी ये वेबिनार ऑर्गेनाइज किया और इंट्रोड्यूस किया कि ऐसा भी चीज है इंडिया में. एक क्वेश्चन है मेरा मदन जी आपसे, मतलब जस्ट कि एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट आप कंपनी से फिर आप बात कैसे करते हैं? यू हैव अ सेपरेट टीम उसके लिए आप उसके लिए.
Yes. So we have a team that works with companies, with corporates, and puts their whole technology and products onto our platform.
Okay.
So now we are also taking the produce of farmers' families back to the cities. So concept of a bridge is that, right? You can move things back and forth.
So you already have amazing. You have everything in place. Super.
बहुत करना है, early days, but yeah. It's very satisfying.
मदन जी नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
मेरा नाम गुत्तीकर है. ऐसा है कि आपने जो है महात्मा गांधी का जो ये था ख्वाब कि भारत की जो आत्मा है वो गांव में बसती है,
ग्राम स्वराज. यस.
या ग्राम, आपने उसको बिल्कुल यथार्थ किया है. खाली हम ये जानना चाहते हैं कि हमारा जो मिशन है महामना मालवीय मिशन, वो कैसे जुड़ के इस तरह के कुछ नए प्रयोग कर सकते हैं या गांव के लोगों का उत्थान कर सकते हैं. यही मालवीय जी का भी यही आइडिया था कि गांव के जो सबसे नीचे लोग हैं वो भी ऊपर आ सके. तो उसके लिए आपका मैंने सहयोग कैसे मिलेगा, क्या है? ये संजीव जी से भी आप बात करिए. मैं तो ज्यादा एक्टिव हूँ नहीं आजकल, तो हम भी कुछ इसमें योगदान करना चाहेंगे. और चाहे 1 हो चाहे 10 लोग हों, उनको उनके लाइफ में उठाना चाहेंगे. यही हमारा मकसद है.
थैंक यू गुटिका जी. एब्सोल्युटली. सी ये अकेला करने का काम नहीं है, ये मिलके करना है. और यू नो हैप्पी टू कोलैबोरेट एंड डू व्हाटएवर वी कैन टुगेदर. आई विल वर्क विद संजीव ऑन दैट.
एक गांव हमको भी बताइए जहां से हम लोग शुरू कर सकें. सो दैट कुछ तो करें हम.
या थैंक यू. डेफिनेटली वी विल डू.
या धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Mr. Madan Padaki. This is Sunil Khanna. First of all, our apologies that in this program there should have been more than 1,000 people. We have very limited people, so our apologies to you.
No
And we
problem.
will make sure, sir, we will try to organize another program for not just Malvi mission, include everyone from BHU, IIT, BHU, Pan IIT, and I'll seek your time to organize a talk by you. Very, very
Sure.
encouraging, as you have rightly, taken the path that for a country like India, where unemployment at a lower level is of prime importance for the country, technological interventions are required. And without that, one can't be successful. So thank you for taking up such a, lead in this area, developing technologies, taking the rural people along with you. And in fact, I have my own personal experience. I was also involved in NGO, continued to be involved. And using technological intervention, we could, 6 tribal villages in Palghar district in Maharashtra, we could turn from a barren land into a green 6 villages.
Wonderful.
And the prosperity has gone up. And see, I've moved to Bangalore now. So
wonderful.
I mean, I'm no longer, this thing. We as Malvi Mission would like to get associated with you. Take up one village or one, rural population and try to do something. So we would like to have your guidance on that, what we should do. We are willing to, under your leadership, willing to take up a project, fund it from our Malvi Mission.
Lovely.
And take it that in a year, 2-year time, there should be a transformation in that village.
Wonderful.
And once again, I would like to invite you for one of our Pan IIT, IIT, BHU or BHU meeting, wherein we will have more than 500 participants to listen to you, because as a Pan IIT, we have a social organization called Wheels Foundation. Wheels is primarily working on, water, education, energy, livelihood. And through Pan IIT, we are also trying to take up the rural transformation. So I would like you to address our Pan IIT, community also, so that they get also motivated and try to do something else. So thank you, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Madanji, we are actually organizing the Entrepreneurship Summit shortly in partnership with Sunilji. Most probably it is happening around 26th to 28th of October.
Okay.
And we want you to be one of the keynote speaker there. I'm already blocking your calendar. I've already given a commitment to Sunilji on behalf of you, and you will honor that, my commitment. You have to be there, because this is something around all the starters from the related to BHU who has been there are invited for this event, and we are expecting somewhere around 500 plus or 700 plus startup ecosystem players in the journey. It will be great to have you, and the session of yours will be very, very interesting and encouraging for them.
Absolutely confirmed. I will definitely be there.
So we will send you an invite. It is on 28th and 29th of October at Taj, and we will send you an invite, sir.
Lovely, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for accepting our offer.
It's my privilege to work with all of you here.
Yeah, thank you. So I'll thank you, Madanji, for your time today from the side of Malvi Mission.
अनुराग जी, आपको तो और खुशी मिल रही होगी, गूगल की बात हो रही है के project में.
No, absolutely. This is, I truly believe when I say it's mind-blowing. And I would really like to take this opportunity and thank Madanji for his time today and his enlightening insights. So I would like to really kind of take the next step and see how the Malvi Mission can partner with and support your work to start with. And we can so some of the first steps that we can think of is just maybe sponsoring one of few of the things, and then maybe take the next steps to identify a village where you can do further. So I will definitely reach out to you, Madanji, on the next steps very shortly.
Lovely.
And one of the kind of the strengths of the Malaviya mission is, even though we are less people here, we have got a big community, both in Bangalore and pan India, who are willing to support causes like this. So we getting donations or even getting volunteers is actually not difficult. We have always seen when we have taken an initiative, many people from our wider group join us. So we'll definitely be able to make some impact. So yeah, with this I will not thank all of you for joining today. I'm looking forward to meeting and working with Madanji in a very near future. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
once
you
again.
so much.
Wonderful,
Thank you,
wonderful.
Madanji. Thank you.
Grown out, really.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mamta, for organizing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.